Hello and welcome to another episode of Life Talks with me, Fawole. We have the Wizard, aka Magic, aka Fuzzy Bear, Waka Waka Waka, and my brother, Yao, in the studio. Yes. It's been a long time coming, sir.
Yeah.
Been a very long time coming. Your energy's right. You've known me for quite a long time as well. How do we know each other?
Through the gym.
Yeah, through the gym. I know, for me, I know your energy. You have a very calming energy, a very humble energy. I think you have a very capable energy, as in you are capable of almost anything. Like with it, as being a black man, as being a man and a human, I feel like you're capable of almost anything. Your demeanor, you have a great stature, you have a good demeanor. However, you're very reserved.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Yeah. So let's talk about you. Let's talk about who are you?
What
like,
do you mean?
When I say, who are you? What was your,
Okay,
okay, so what was you like as a kid first? What was your childhood like?
Childhood was, I'll say, quite happy in terms of, really happy, like in terms of just mum, dad, with my, grew up with my two sisters in North London. At the time we were living in King's Cross. Okay. And then from when I was about 7, we moved to St. John's Wood, like Abbey Road.
Okay. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Very famous.
Yeah, exactly, for the Beatles and all of that sort of stuff. And yeah, it was like cool. We went to a nice, primary school. Yeah, it was cool. Everything was,
So it was when did you come up? Like, not to ask your age, what kind of, with the 80s, 70s, that was, what was?
70s, I'm 50.
Okay, yeah. 50 like me, same as me.
Yeah.
Exactly the same age as me.
74.
75 I was born.
Oh,
I'm like, so I'm 50 at the end of the year.
Yeah,
75 I was born.
Yeah.
Cool. So we must have been counting the same kind of things then, and just as TV wise, community wise, all of that.
Yeah.
So what was school like for you?
It was cool. It was just like, I would say, apart from being maybe bored in certain aspects, because of in general, I'm sporty and artistic, and those are the things that I'd like to do basically.
Yeah.
Like if I'm playing football, running, anything like that. Like I'm usually I'm very sporty, usually good. Like would be like one of the best, if not the best, at sport, like in the school and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then in terms of, and I was always into art, but it's like, how much can you do in the school? You know what I mean? How much will the teachers let you do? And especially like maybe parents as well, because of like I come from like a Ghanaian background.
Okay.
It's very academic. My mum was very arty, but my dad, who was like, you could say the boss, he's very academic. He was like an accountant, and so he was like, to
study hard. And that's it came from our kind of era. I think that the emphasis for, especially for black people as well, was to study and get accolades behind you, because you can get a decent wage, get decent money. You have the power to take care of your family. That's what that generation knew.
Exactly. So there wasn't like the things that I would say I liked weren't particularly encouraged by, like maybe my mum a little bit. I'll say my mum. But but because my dad, you could say, as a child, he wasn't encouraging the things that I liked, basically. Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
Huh?
How did that make you feel as a child? How did you fall into it? Did you rebel against it? How did it make you feel?
I didn't rebel against it, but it's just like you're not gonna be achieving like your best, basically. It's like because you will just do it's not it's.
You do what you're told to do.
Exactly.
What you want to do.
Exactly. So you're not. So it's like on my school reports, it's like always like daydreaming. You know what I mean?
Daydreaming, yeah.
Yeah, because basically I'm probably just looking outside, like thinking I should be outside.
Yeah.
And I'll say it's reflected in terms of like, it was weird, Belle, because I did spend a period of time teaching as well. Before I was personal training, I was teaching children.
Okay. What was you teaching? Subjects?
Primarily special needs. I taught children at all levels. Like my last job before I started personal training, I was like a form tutor with a tri-borough, like you could say, facility in a school called Quinton Kynaston, where you've got children from Camden, Brent and Westminster who haven't passed their GCSE subjects, and then they've got a year to pass GCSE and BTEC subjects, and then you're like supporting them like to get a qualification. Basically, some children, it's like you they they didn't know they didn't know how to like read basically. Some
Yeah,
children,
at what age?
And this is like, I was working with children, they can be sometimes like 15s, that like,
Wow.
yeah, and like their reading level was super low.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
What would you attribute that to at that age? Like,
There's so many, like you could say, social factors in something like that, because it's like, you can see some of the children, it's like they've got certain defensive tactics so that the teachers won't like trouble them. They'll leave them alone basically. They're getting sent out of class. It would be amazing, like sometimes, yeah.
the complexity of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I was okay with reading,
Yeah.
but then sitting still in class, I would say I had ADHD.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't sit still on certain things like yourself. If I didn't like certain things,
Yeah.
I would be mischievous or get kicked out of the class. But I never had much trouble with doing these things. It was almost like getting my attention for certain things. But then I was put into the so-called not special needs, but I was always excluded from school, suspended, got in trouble and stuff.
Yeah.
But I knew how to do certain things. So I'm very interested in talking about how children exercise those defense mechanisms, and how someone could get to the age of 15 and not be able to read. I guess what I'm saying, when I said attribute to myself, I can't fathom how that could happen. And I keep getting through this. Let's talk a bit more about that.
Even me, sometimes I would be like surprised at it, but then I can see sometimes how it can happen as well, just because of sometimes, just as I was saying, just because of sometimes it's like there might be a teacher and she's got like 20 children or something like that, and it's just like, oh, this kid, like, send him out, do this, he's gonna, you know what I mean? It's just, and the child will find so many defensive ways to, like, you know what I mean, so many ways so that
you don't have to address the problem.
Yeah, exactly. And like, and certain things, it's like I was like doing one-on-one with which is a child who was a traveller. Like, he came from a travelling family, so he hadn't had like formal education, and then he started having education. But then the same thing, it was like, and then like with the schooling system, it was like he would be hyped in the morning because of his mum would give him, like, he'd come in and he'd always have loads of sweets and stuff like that. And see, he's on a sugar rush. Then in the school, they would give him Ritalin.
Ritalin?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, what's Ritalin?
That's like a drug that can't, like basically calms the child down.
Yeah.
But it's like, I can see that he's like on like a sugar rush. Yeah. And then because he hasn't had formal education, and he like tries to be like a hard man, and because he's like basically because it's like a defensive tactic in the school, like in the class, and then the school are giving him like this drug to calm him down, and then he's just like, I remember it. What's that film? There's a old film.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly how, and he's like that, like in the thing, and the next minute he's just like,
wow.
And it's like, for me, it's easy for me to look after him, but another part of me is like, no man, like trying to speak to them, but then you can see like, nah man,
they're not there.
they're not, yeah.
How would you...
That was just when I was, at that time I was just doing TA work at the schools.
Wow, and that's a proper school. That's
that was a primary school that was happening in.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's blown my mind, man. So how would you address a child not being able to read? What would be the process of helping them? If you know, like you're saying, you've got the children with special needs, even though they've had this defense mechanism, some maybe it's neglect. Yeah. There's all different reasons why someone probably couldn't read at certain ages. Yeah. How would you, as a teacher, especially,
it's just trying to basically, it's just trying to be brave, and then not be offended by anything they say. Allow them to, sometimes they would, like, children, like, they'll just like kick off in the class because or they would I would like have them like in a room privately, they might kick off, like, you know what I mean? Then it's just like, let them have like their thing, and then let their energy, and be like, okay, when they're finished, to be like, we're doing this. And then over a period of time, you just try and kind of like meet them, develop a relationship with them. And it would be weird, because sometimes it's like, I'd think like this child, like, and then after with experience, you just know, because you'd be thinking like, swear this child hates me. But then you might see them outside and they'll be like, you're right, sir. And you can see like, just because of you
taking time with them.
And you didn't like judge them in that way or anything. And then it would be like, certain barriers will come outside, especially when they're outside. Maybe not in the school when the other children are there. And then you might see, and then especially if sometimes you might see them outside, and then you come back in the school again, and it's almost like, okay, then they're a little bit
different energy.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just just having a level of patience, basically.
How did that make you feel?
Huh?
How did that make you feel?
It was
like doing the job, like the highs and the lows of that job, kind of thing.
When I was doing that, it was a lot, like, definitely, and that's how I started really getting into the gym. Because for me, like some people like yourself, you go into the gym early in the morning. Typically, I would always go in the evening because it's like that
After
gives me
work.
something to look forward to. And it's just like, and I could be there from like 6 o'clock till 9-10 o'clock basically. And then when I finish training, all that energy from the day it's just released basically. And then then obviously that's when I feel like good, ready for the next day again. But then after a while it's just like, nah, actually then a lot of my friends were personal trainers and stuff like that, and I was just going to training, and then it was like, I just done a qualification, changed vocation.
Nice. This doesn't disturb me, is it? Oh, fantastic. That's why I like to move. In doing, I'm so sorry. In working with the kids and you was releasing stuff from the gym, what were the highs of that though? Because there must be some highs apart from saying that to school outside the class and stuff. What were the highs of that for you?
I think it was my sister. It was my younger sister. Was just like at one time I was like, I was just in between, like thinking about things what to do and stuff like that. And my sister was like, I think that you would be good, like working with children and stuff like that. And I was just like, you know what? Then I just done a little bit of TA, and then done that for a little while, and then I got a SEN, done a SEN course, special educational needs course, and then just went from there basically.
Would you recommend it for other people?
I think that if you have a passion for it, I would recommend it. But I think that in not having to go at teachers and stuff, but I just think that there are, from my experience working, and I was working in all I worked
aspects.
All aspects of. I was working in actual special schools, working with autistic children. Worked in PRUs. I've worked in primary schools, secondary school, academies. In the real special schools, with disabled children, and the PRUs, I found that the teachers there were really passionate about their jobs. Because it's you have to be almost to work there. But then maybe in the secondary schools and primary schools, I didn't find the same level of commitment from a lot of the staff.
Passion for the
because
job.
I felt that I don't know. This is just me. That people might disagree, but I just felt that sometimes people go to university, and then it's it's just an option to go into teaching basically, as opposed to it really being something you're passionate about basically. And I found that, and so I did, and so I really remembered certain teachers who were really passionate about the job, because then they come with a level of creativity. They'll have the school curriculum, but then it's what they do with the school curriculum, you know what I mean? It's like having a set of ingredients. Somebody else will have the ingredients and just, you know what I mean, just do whatever, and another person will build a proper cake, and you know what I mean? It will just be something completely different. And then when you get, so if I was sometimes working with a child within that kind of setting, and then you see how certain teachers are, you're like, nah man, that's the special, these children are lucky, and this guy or woman, they're just special.
Nice. What was you doing prior to that? When you left school?
I I was doing some design work. Just some design work and things like that.
Did you go to fashion college?
Yeah. And
Nice.
then after that,
Which
just
one?
done a London College of Fashion.
Nice.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Huh?
What was that like?
It was all right, but I can't say I enjoyed it too much.
Okay,
Yeah.
Why?
I just like doing my own thing, man. Yeah, kind of thing. And then it's like some things you might have, certain things you might just have a project to do, and you'll have to follow the project. You might have to work with a load of people, like within the project.
Parameters, yeah.
And stuff.
So
like
rather
that.
than being able to get the latitude to create what
Yeah.
you want to do, like there were certain strict regimes you had to go. Was that more to do with the whole perception of fashion and it falling into, like, just say I wouldn't know, but like the Versace's and the Donatellas, there were certain things that people call fashion, certain people call fashion, and it used. I mean, I know the models used to have to be a certain kind of way in a certain era, and if it wasn't considered deemed fashion by people in Italy or France or stuff, then it wasn't fashionable.
Yeah.
Is that to do with that, like the strict regime, or was it more to do with the way it was teaching?
It's like, I think that a lot of formal education is built for certain people with a certain brain, and my brain works differently than how they teach things. So that's how
You knew that from an early age. You knew that from an early age.
I can't say I knew that, but I know that now.
No. What I want to say I get from you, Yao, is a real sense of peace and self-understanding. Now, has that been something that even though you may have identified it in your latter years, is it something that's been part of your character throughout your entire life? And if so, when did you identify it, or is it something that developed within you? And do you understand when it started developing and what the catalyst was to develop that? If that was a clear question.
It's like I've had like quite a lot of experience what require me to analyze myself, basically. So like over the years, basically.
So when you was looking out the window, daydreaming. What was you daydreaming about? Do you remember?
No, I can't even remember. But
What was you daydreaming away from?
Yeah, maybe thinking about football.
What was you daydreaming away from?
Typically, I might be looking out the window thinking, like, I can't wait to go and play football. Because that's typically, it's like, I just wanted to play football. And like I said, see football or drawing as a child,
You draw a lot, yeah?
Yeah, constantly. I'll just be drawing. It's like
What kind of things?
Huh?
Kind of things.
I used to draw dogs a lot for some weird reason. I don't like dogs, but I used to find.
Do you like dogs?
But I used to find them interesting to draw, like they're dogs and horse. And I'm not like typically an animal lover, but I used to like drawing animals because it's like, you know what I mean, like their fur and little contours and like the shading and stuff like that. So I'd be drawing horses, dogs, things like that. Yeah, a lot, like just cartoons like Judge Dredd. Like used to like loads of cartoons and stuff, get the 2000 AD comics. And then just be drawing like this, like strong. I think it's Strong and Trooper. I can't even remember the names now, but and all these these different like characters and stuff like that.
Nice. Yeah. When you did go to fashion school, when you was at fashion school, and there was projects you enjoyed. What kind of stuff did you create? What was your stuff then? And what you do fashion now, don't you? You create stuff now. I mean, very fashionable as well. It's Master say the trousers you're wearing, even when I was like, they're nice. Is that one of your creations?
That's why I made these ones.
You made them, yeah?
Yeah. The stuff I was doing, like, because I there was a time where I was actually making clothes for my friends and stuff like that as well.
Okay.
And customizing like certain clothes. And then I used to sell them like back in the day. Do you remember Chippy?
Of course I know Chippy.
Yeah.
Remember we're from the same age, you know?
Yeah.
Remember we're from the same age. Go remember Chippy. Chippy were expensive, man.
Yeah, I used to customize like Chippy and make certain trousers like I used to make the trousers identical to Chippy, but sell and then sell them trousers and buy Chippy as well.
Nah, yeah.
Because I used to like the Chippy.
Yeah. Chippy was a thing back in the day.
Exactly, and then some of my friends
Scooting as well.
Customize the chippies and naff and stuff.
Yeah.
These things and those times I was like, doing like little things like that, and then I was like, because I was getting into that, doing some design stuff as well as that, and then I stopped doing it because of basically coming back. Don't want my dad to feel like the rest his soul, but to be a bad guy. But because he's like so business orientated, and then I'm not, he would be like, you have to like it. And when he saw me doing the thing, then he was like, oh, you have to
Put it into business.
Put it into a business, get like paperwork and all this stuff. Then after I was like, man, I don't want to do this stuff. And I kind of stopped doing it because it was like,
but you see, the thing is, and not to take away from you, or to add your dad, that for business case, it's a necessary part for something to flourish. You know, like, and if you can't do it, which I know, I understand certain things I do, I can't do. If you find someone else to do it for you in this stage, you know, everyone's there, like.
But I would say I kind of learned how. That's how maybe when I was like teaching, or maybe hopefully with my children as well, learning how to motivate a child as opposed to putting my view of reality onto somebody.
Okay. You got children?
Yeah.
Easy. I didn't know we're gonna unpack today. I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that So I like, obviously, if I like my child's going into business, I'd be like, you need to do this and that.
Yeah.
I'd feel that there's a way in how to get there to do, like, to motivate somebody as well.
I find allowance for them on certain things, even though it's very frustrating as well. It's very frustrating, but they're balanced. We can find a balance, because I think when we was born, it's a lot harder for the kids now. And I'd like, God bless everybody that's coming up now. I wish them all the luck with parenthood and everything and so on and so forth. But I think, you know, we've lived in with so many different things in our generation. We've seen so many different changes. Our minds are a lot more open, and we can then tailor our approach to kind of like just teaching things and understanding. I still remember when I was a kid. Even though I'm not a spring chicken anymore. So like, when I talk to my kids as well, I find that rather than that strict stuff what I got, like, no, it has to be like this. It's more of a negotiation and an understanding than a dictatorship to a point.
Exactly.
Still coming from the same place of love, but it's that our understanding. We have more of an understanding of life, and how things work. And it's okay. Man. Was you first generation? Like, as in, was your parents born in Ghana? That's another factor that will play into it as well for us.
So it's like different, because it's like, I remember the film. There's a film called East is East or something.
I know East is East. Of course I know East is East. You're watching some movie,
This came into my mind, but it's that thing, like, when you come in from something and then you're trying to kind of implement something, and it's like not. It doesn't translate.
It worked for you, but we're talking the next generation now. Next generation, and we have to have some sort of evolution.
Exactly.
And being exposed to the cultural differences of your home and England, and so I mean, where you said you grew up. For me, like, because I've lived in different places in the world, the diversity of London and England, I think it helps a lot. A lot. Because it's like a melting pot. With so many different kind of people, so many different cultures and everything around us, and people different from different walks of life and stuff. I think it prevents me from even having, even though we're humans, we have prejudices and racism. I think it wasn't like in my. I can't say I have it. Like, I'm a human, obviously, but I can't say we was exposed to so much stuff in school, but it was bullying and this and that. But can't say I have it. I've accepted of almost every race, colour, and creed, because there was examples of it in school.
So it was weird. Like, I'd say in my primary school, I'd say mainly more white, because there's like St John's Wood, Swiss Cottage area, stuff like that. But the local secondary school next to it, which is QK, where I later went to work in, that was like, very multiracial, like cousins and stuff like that in there. And then when I went to secondary school, that was mainly, could say it was majority black school.
Black school. What school do you go to?
St Augustine's.
St Augustine's. I've heard of it. I think it's not that no more. Is it still there? St Augustine's. I've heard of it.
This is in Kilburn, and then in there, I have to say that's where I experienced quite a lot of racism. Like, first few years. Which I was literally I was shocked by it.
Well, you say it was mainly black.
But
when you have the benefit of multicultural environments, you can't tell me a stereotype. I can see it with my own eyes, and I can make my own comprehension of exactly what it means to be an Asian or white or black. Because there's examples of them, and they don't feed into what you're saying almost. Like it's like not an oxymoron, a contradiction.
Yeah, but in my family or my house or anything, we never spoke to each other in that like that way. It was like shocking, like as a 11-year-old coming to school and like
more the West Indians was kind of a bit more. There was I know what you're talking about.
And it was like shocking. Like I was like, what? Like because it was like I got used to it, but it was just weird. Like and that's, to be honest, I still find it weird anyway. Still, like to this day, if I see like another black person saying something to another black person, I just I still find it like
I'm not sure if I can even comment on the reason for the divide, the disparity, like because I don't want to take up the beautiful time we have to talk to them about that kind of thing.
But as a person, like for me, I'm not talking about. I'd always like be like analyzing those kind of things. Like this is weird. Like just because of didn't grow up in that. Like as in school, like primary school, home life, didn't really even notice anything to do with colour apart from as I got older, like my dad would be like, wait, watch out, like about the police and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like if I'm hanging around with like my friends and stuff like that, all the black boys like together, you have to watch out and all of this sort of stuff. So
I used to be like them Jamaicans. It used to say Jamaicans are the ones who get you in trouble and stuff back in the day.
But as a child, my mind was not in that, like thinking about those things.
Frequency.
I guess it's just like anything growing up in it and then getting like, the world like opening up to you and stuff like that.
Understand
that, But I think maybe some people got exposed to certain things much earlier than me. And so I was like, I just remember 12, 13, whatever, thinking like, just thinking like the way people are, man.
It's a lot. I think that that was the cause of some heartbreak and some like getting in a situation thinking, why is that person treated like
exactly.
And letting certain things go down and then having to learn through mistakes. Like you can't be yourself in every single environment.
Exactly.
Basically, but the essence is of me, and I say that I dare to say the essence of you is a beautiful, relaxed, inviting, encouraging, like you just loving kind of peaceful energy.
Because even I remember like one time, it was like all just thinking, but not knowing it was like say racism, but it was like I've played for a football team, and then it was like to go to some next tournament, like they were gonna pick like a number of players, and it was like I banged in 6 goals, and I didn't get picked. And after I was like, what's it? Then I was like, no, like when you just, I was like,
you didn't realize
And it's like I'm looking at the people who've got picked here, and it's like,
well, white boys,
of
course,
like that, and then after thinking,
remember stuff like that,
and then it's almost like it went in my mind, but then it went out. But then a few years later, it's like, nah, that's what it was.
You can understand
it.
We're living through it, but it wasn't that frequency. Totally, I get it.
Like things like that.
You said you went to fashion school,
and
then you kind of fell out of love with it because of the structure.
And then
when did you get back into it?
I started working for the employment service as well after, looking for a job, and then I was working for the employment service for a number of years as well. That was I remember one dude retired, but because I was signing on people for about a couple of years, and then there was a guy who he was there for years. And then he retired, and then I got his off. Like I started doing his job, so I was in the back room, and I just used to sort out like people who were making a claim, and then I can't even remember now.
More paperwork, isn't it?
It was just paperwork and stuff like that. If they're making a claim, I have to go to their previous employer and stuff like that. Because and it was cool for me because I just had a little office away from people. Stuff like that, man. And I was just doing that for a little while, and then more than a little while. I was doing that for about five and 6 years, and then they offered a redundancy payment. And at the time I looked at people. It's bad because I've been working the gym for ages, but I looked at people who were there, and I was like, and some of the people had been working for years, and I was like,
Nah.
yeah,
There's a way out. It's a light and it's only let me go.
yeah. And at that time, and even because of like, I've always had this little thing like in terms of, because in the office like I was just like, it'd be like no one knew like the job that I'd done properly, and it used to take me like almost like, I don't know, it didn't take me that long to do the work. Basically, it might take me about half an hour, then the rest of the day is mine. I just have this office and make it look very busy and walk around sometimes with people, you know, like,
nice. Yeah, of course, yeah.
Look around like looking stressed out, man.
I like that.
And then be on like the internet and I used to just like look at like anything, like I'd be like almost like studying on the internet and stuff like that. And I was the same in school. Like at one point I used to bunk off school, but I'd go to the library. To learn, like just to
learn what you wanted to learn.
Yeah. And so I've had that like little thing throughout my life, kind of thing. And then in this job I was doing that, but then even that just like getting to me, it's like no. And then I took the redundancy.
Became stifling.
Yeah, I took the redundancy payment and then went to Brazil for a little while.
Nice.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I'd say at that time it was the level of independence, like because I just went by myself. And like asked a couple of friends if they wanted to go, and it was the first time I'd gone traveling by myself. And then I was just like, yeah, people didn't want to go, and then I just went. And then it's like I met people, and it was that thing of I stayed like I met somebody I knew had some friends there, so I met this woman Bakila. I'm still friends with her now, and then she showed me a few things, and then at the time I stayed in a hotel, and she was like, no, stay in a hostel, took me to a hostel, met some people in the hostel. But then it was almost like in that hostel, realizing you might meet people, but people were very quick to form a group, and then you go into what the group is doing. And then I learned, it was almost like that first like initial thing of being like, actually, nah, you know what? Yeah, you lot do this, I'm gonna do this, because if I don't want to be in your group, not in a bad way, but it was just that thing of noticing it, like noticing how people form groups very quickly, and then you conform to the group, and then just getting that like realization.
What's bothering you? Sorry, can you check on that noise? Sorry, get to the realization.
Just getting that realization of that. Yeah, like when I went there, I'd say that was a highlight, and I think I've almost kept that spirit to this day.
Yeah, I think you have as well.
Yeah,
just doing your own thing. You're very independent. Even when I see the gym, you keep yourself to yourself. You do what you need to do, but you do your thing. I get that from you. I get that from you a lot.
Yeah, but the fashion thing, getting back to it, was only in the last, I'd say, 5 years, and that was that's another story in itself. Like basically, I went to Peru. This is getting into now the spiritual sort of side, you could call it spiritual.
Right, so let's digress, man.
Yeah.
We've got time, haven't we? So how did you get to Peru? I want to really get a story. So what was you doing before you went to Peru? What was you doing, and then what was the catalyst to send you to Peru?
So this must have been around 2016, 17. I started having these really strange dreams at the time, like obviously people like I have dreams, but these dreams were different, and then my body started, I could feel my body like vibrating. It was like I'd be in bed and I could just feel like my body vibrating, and then I'm having these like really weird dreams, and for some reason I don't know something came up on YouTube or something like that, and it was talking about ayahuasca. Don't know if you've heard of ayahuasca.
I've heard of ayahuasca.
Yeah, so he was talking about ayahuasca, and something told me that I should go to, I don't know what it was, but I should go to Peru and have ayahuasca, and that should might answer some questions. And then through certain synchronicities, which was weird, one of my best mates, Tanner, his wife had got redundancy, and her and her friend were gonna go to Peru to go and do ayahuasca. Yeah. All around the same time. So
easy.
Like, yeah. So
it's aligned.
Yeah. So it's like, and then I just like gave Marie, like my friend's wife, and at the time, they just gave her money. Like she was like, yeah, just go to this retreat, basically in Peru.
Okay, so wait a minute. So you just gave her money. I'm confused. So you lot all decided to go on holiday.
Yeah, they
and
were
you
gonna
paid
go.
and you
Yeah,
paid your part, and then she
and
set it all up.
Yeah, exactly. Because and it was weird. I was
She
talking
gave them money, mate.
yeah, I was talking to like this like it's confusing, but I was talking to like one of my best friends. His brother is my best friend as well. Like the two brothers. But I was just like saying like, yeah, I'm looking to go to Peru. Thinking, and he was like, "What? Marie's going to Peru?" And then Tanner and thingy, Sarah were going to Peru. And I was just like, "What?" And then so phoned him up, and then then they sorted it out, and then it was just like, and literally, went like, it was
nice.
like going to Peru, and within that there was another, like you could say, weird alignment, synchronicities with that trip to Peru, because of one of the one of the dreams. But I was having these strange, dreams. One particular dream I had, I was running up a road called Adelaide Road. It's a Swiss cottage, running up the road for a 31 bus in this dream. And then like pound coins fell out of my pocket. I've looked around, like turned around to pick up the pound coins, and there's like a group of older people, and I don't know if you've ever seen the film the comedy Seinfeld. Seinfeld's parents, they look like the people. They're from Florida, like they live in Florida. You know.
I know. Yeah.
There's like a group of older people like that, and they're like picking up the pound coins that I've dropped. But when I've turned around, I can feel this energy of love, like strong energy, like around them, an auric field of just pure love.
Yeah.
And I've turned around, and then there's an older guy, and that's the story of that. He's the one he picked up the pound coins. And then there's a lady there, and she's like just smiling, but giving me this knowing look, like just smiling. But the older guy with a beard, he's got the coins, and then he comes up to me to give me the coins. But then he gives me the coins. But as I turn around to run for the bus again, when I turn around, they're like these big gold fairy tale like coins, like massive gold coins like you'll find in a fairy tale or something like that.
Yeah.
So I've turned around to be like, "Wait, you ain't gonna take my pound coins?"
Yeah.
They've disappeared. So this was So
was it a recurring dream?
So no, that's just that one dream.
Yeah.
Moving on to a few months later, when I was going to Peru. So go to Peru for like the ayahuasca retreat. It's a 2-day retreat. People don't know if people know what ayahuasca is. It's a plant medicine made from a combination of two plants from the Amazon. They put them together, and you could go into, you could say, levels of levels of your subconscious mind. The first journey I had, like you're in this like big, it's almost like a massive teepee kind of thing, which was strange, but I won't go into that much. But I'd basically seen that place in a dream as well. I'd seen that teepee place in a dream.
Yeah.
And then had the first ceremony, and I didn't have nothing happen basically. I was with the people I came with, my friends and stuff. And nothing happened. And then the following day, like when we have like a little circle time, but one of the organizers, she was like, "No, it's important that like you do have like a journey basically. So next time we're gonna give you like more basically,
a bigger, higher dose
basically." But I just remember like, because I was saying like, I was like, you're lying in a bed kind of thing, like a sleeping bag. But all I could hear was like one of my friend who was next to me just yawning, going, and it was just annoying me.
That was the first time. The first time.
So I could hear him, and then I was seeing some other people making certain noises, and it's like, when is this thing? You know, like you take something, you're like, when's this gonna come? And like, when is it? And nothing's happening. So the following.
What was the dose? Sorry, how was it? Was it a drink?
You have it like a drink basically. But you even before the ayahuasca, like I'd even tell people, like you have like an ayahuasca diet, which is pretty much a vegan diet. You don't eat meat for like
you got to cleanse your body.
Yeah, you cleanse your body. When we got to Peru, we had to go to this was like a proper thing. Like we had to go to a place where they give you this like salt water, and it's like everybody gets a gallon. You have to drink this like thing. It's like this salt water like thing.
Horrible.
And yeah, it just makes you puke and everything.
It's clears the system.
Yeah, literally. Like you've done for me personally, I done like a month of the proper cleanse, and then you go there, then you're cleansing again. And
So wait, so you cleansed here?
yeah, like a month, and even before I went, I should even say that I had a
Colonic irrigation?
Cambo. I don't know if you heard of Cambo.
No.
That's a frog poison. So
I've heard of that stuff.
Yeah.
It's a frog poison.
Yeah.
But it makes you hallucinate as well, no?
no, it's not me. It just it makes you sick, man. Like, yeah.
So
It's
wait,
like
so-
they burnt when that was like my older sister took me to a place like it's a cleansing thing. Like they put the frog poison like in your skin, like they burn it into your skin.
Yeah.
You have I had 3 like you could say ceremonies with that, and then that you purge same thing. It was like that year I went through so many purges.
So wait. When you have the frog one,
Yeah.
what does that do to you? Makes you just vomit and shit. And all that,
yeah. It's
But it
and
takes all the toxins out and everything.
Yeah.
Like it's the chronic irrigation just when they stuck the front of your bum and it washes you out.
Yeah.
But that's nothing like that. This is like your blood, everything. Make you sweat and everything.
Yeah, you're like, oh, it's not nice, man. I tell you that, man. I was like,
How does it make you feel?
Not nice, as you said.
no. The first time I had the Cambo, because you have to have 3 times. You have to have it 3 times for it to be like they say, like for it
It's a work.
the proper active. Like some people might have it once, but for it to really go into the deepest parts of you to you should do 3 of them. So it was like 3 weekends I'd done it.
You done it 3 weekends.
Yeah.
You done it the first weekend. You
Yeah.
sick as a sick as
Yeah,
a.
so
And you went back again.
The first weekend, it was like I was sick and stuff. But for that week, I felt actually quite good. I remember I was like, oh,
But you can't. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
yeah, I was like, I felt good. The second one, it was like, boy, this is hard. The third one, I was like, I'll never ever do this stuff again, man. So I tell you,
Wow.
it was like that was the worst one. Your face puffs up. You just like you just like you feel sick as a you just feel sick and
Yeah.
just like. I remember I was because we done it in this lady's house, and it's like I'm lying on the floor like in a fetal position. Why did I do this? Why?
Well, you can get to the toilet and stuff, though, right?
Yeah, just about. Yeah, you have a bucket there. Like you have a bucket, and usually you might just throw up and stuff. But then at certain times, like you might, it's just like, wait, man, other stuff needs to come
Defecate
out.
as well.
Yeah.
Wow. So then, I've got so many different questions. Okay, let's go. So you done the Cambo.
Yeah, so that was as I was saying, I went kind of back, but I had just done like a few cleanses basically. So I done the Cambo cleanse, done the ayahuasca diet, then got to
Then the salt water cleanse.
saltwater cleanse. Yeah,
How would that compare to the Cambo cleanse?
it's just with that, it's just more like you're throwing up and having to like you just do like a runny number 2 basically.
Yeah.
But you don't like with the Cambo, your face is puffed up. You like. Yeah,
Would you recommend people to do a cleanse like that in this day and age, just to cleanse?
If you're called to do it, I wouldn't say I would recommend it, but I just think if you're called to do it, and if you maybe have some health issues or something like that, it might be something to do. It's like even if you don't have health issues, there's so many, you know what I mean, like toxins everywhere, like you know what I mean, whether it's our food, whether it's just in the air, like traffic, this and that. Yeah, it's just I'll just say if
Cambo.
like anything, yeah.
I'm interested in this Cambo thing now, man.
If you're called to do it, and
Are you saying if you're cool?
No, if you're cool, if you're okay with it.
No, called. I'd say called. Yeah, called.
Oh, called.
Yeah,
Is it called?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it feels like you're calling to do it, then you should do it, innit? Yeah,
I think I should do it.
yeah. That's the real calling. That's it. And the thing is, it's that they call it like it's so harsh as well that you know what I mean. Sometimes in life, you might want to put yourself through a little bit.
Can it kill you?
No, I don't know.
No, because it's food poison, isn't
It's
it?
poison, yeah. But yeah, like
Has there been any cases of killing people?
Not that I haven't looked into it that deeply.
So
but
it's one of them that
yeah.
makes okay. Let's just make it makes you profusely sick.
Yeah.
And defecation. It makes you
Yeah,
purge.
exactly. Yeah.
It purges you.
Yeah.
So that's those are the side effects, or those are the effects of this
Exactly.
particular poison.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they do it in the Amazon. It's like one of the things. Like
It's in Amazon too for like
an
American country.
Amazonian, because that's the frogs from the Amazon and things like that.
Yeah, they don't use it. They don't use it. Well, yeah, but they use it just for purging. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's
Wow. I wouldn't do it. I did, but you do it here in this country though.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
I'd do it. I'd rather do it here.
Yeah.
Like not in the jungle.
It's just a tribal thing, and I just think like I was saying, sometimes you might want to put yourself through certain, like some people take bitters. Like,
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like,
But bitters make you go, innit?
Yeah, so
Bitters make you go as well.
yeah, they can.
Bitters like
but,
King
yeah,
George. Something. There's that King George stuff in it.
bitters and stuff like that. But it's like in life, we might have so much sweet things. For balance, you might need to go the other way at times. You know what I mean? So,
I think I should do it, man.
so sometimes maybe you might want to put yourself through some like a little, like a hard.
Sounds interesting. Yeah, sounds interesting. But I think that the like you said, the ayahuasca. The purging for the ayahuasca is a different level of purging, because you're purging to be able to go to it's a spiritual thing as well.
And
Isn't
then
it?
when you take the ayahuasca itself, that makes you purge as well. So
Huh?
yeah, when you take the ayahuasca drink, that can, not for everybody, but that can make people purge as well. Like you start throwing up and stuff.
But then what do you put in? How does it stay in your system?
The DMT whatever will go into your system, but sometimes for some people, you'll just purge. Like you always have buckets there and stuff like that. So just before you start going into your journey, basically, you start you might purge.
Wow.
Yeah. So that
Yeah,
year
guys,
I had a lot. It was
sounds
it
like
was
a
a
lot,
lot. Yeah, it was a lot.
I was going to see what the clothes you made, but you're doing. I don't know how you get to the fashion, but okay. So the second time. So we're talking about now. We've got to the second time because it wasn't the dose wasn't high enough.
So
they give you the higher dose.
The second time, when I was going to have the higher dose, that was the thing. It was like I said to myself, you know what? I'm not going to even sit with my friends. I'm going to go to another side of the room by myself. Like I just it's like. So like we're only there for
I've
2
experienced, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like
2 days.
Yeah, so
that all happened in the space of 2 days.
yeah, so you have 2 journeys basically. You can have longer ones, but we stayed for 2.
So, but wait. So sorry to stop you again. So you got there,
Yeah.
and automatically you get the salt water, and then
Yeah,
you purge the first day.
Yeah, you go first day.
Drink the salt water,
Yeah,
and then drink, and then straight to ayahuasca straight away.
No, then you go. That was just the first day. Then you like go to your hotel or something like that. Stay there for a night. Then the next day you go to.
They take the ayahuasca.
Yeah, then you go, and that's like a ceremony. There's shamans there.
Yeah.
And
And then afterwards you do that. You like to do another purge after that because you done the initial purge, right?
Yeah. And
You just do another ayahuasca
that's when
ceremony.
you do the
So
ayahuasca
purge,
ceremony.
ayahuasca, and ayahuasca again.
Yeah, then you're staying in the compound basically. Where,
Okay.
Yeah, so you're staying in the compound where, like where you do like the ayahuasca basically.
Wow.
We're there for 2 days.
Yeah.
Like at the retreat.
So you've gone to your space in the teepee, the way it is now.
Yeah.
Sorry to stop you, but you've gone to your space away from your friends.
Away from my friends, and there was a lady who I'd seen like before, but I didn't really like. It was just like an American lady who just spoke a little bit, but not nothing thing. But she's gone to her sleeping bed, and then she was like, "You're right, yeah," like that. As soon as she said it, I recognized her face, and it was the lady from my dream who had given me
the coins.
who was there with the gold coins. Like, and it was the first time I had a dream where I'd seen somebody like from the dream in real life. And then I was like, wait there, that's the lady from my dream. And I just I could tell from her eyes, like it was just like, yeah, it's like the eyes, they say, are windows to the soul. Like it was like literally, I just recognized her through her eyes. I was like, oh. And then like they just had the ceremony, but within that ceremony, I was like, we'll go back to that, but it was like I would, get that. You could say that was the beginning of like almost like a journey that has been like been on since then.
Oh, you've been living on since then, yeah?
In many ways, but it was like in this journey, it was like I've never been into, like at the time I wasn't into things to do with ancient Egypt and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But one of the first things I was shown, there was a couple of things I was shown. Certain things I was shown about the human, or my ego, or the human ego.
Yeah.
That was one of the main teachings, like in terms of like, it was like yeah.
See, you know what I would say to you as well, like, not to, sorry to cut you, I want you to elaborate and everything,
Yeah.
but like, you know, like, what, I don't have a clear understanding about psychedelics or anything,
Yeah.
but whatever the thing was, is yours. You know what I mean? You can tell as much as you want, but
Yeah.
it was your thing, you know what I'm saying? It just brought you to where you are today, like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
definitely, 100%. So it was like the first. It was almost like I could say like it was like I was like it was almost like a screen that opened up, almost like you're watching a movie, and then I was shown a number of images, but I can't remember now. But I showed a number of images, and the next minute, like the images, like it started getting blurry, and then I couldn't see it, and then I started getting frustrated. I remember I was like, "What's going on? Like open the screen!" Like, and then it was like, but it was like this subtle teaching to do with like frustration and not being able to see things through your frustrations, and almost like teaching me teaching me the psyche of the ego, and not be and it was like it was like just subtle little teaching, and then I was shown, and it was like a black screen, then it went black, and then I was these lines, like it started making all these geometric shapes, like doing this sort of thing. It was like first it was brown, then it was like black went through, and it was like, and you couldn't distinguish the black from the brown, and it was all these geometric shapes, and then light shot out, and then it shot out, and I saw a crystal, and then it showed me like Earth, but it was like Earth, like say if the screen is like a right angle, so you didn't see, like talking about the globe Earth and stuff, you didn't see the whole like globe if it is a globe, you just saw like an angle like there, and then I saw these other like coronas coming from Earth, like at these dimensions, like. So I would say, for me personally, when people say is Earth a globe or is it flat and this and that, it's like it's none of those things. It's like a dimension. It's like a field of vibration, and it's like different dimensions. And I was able to jump into the different dimensions. I can't remember how many, but it was like I'd just leap into it, and then I would go, and then one of the things I'd see is like different dimensions have different things, but one of the distinguishing things about the different dimensions was the trees. Like each one had trees which were linked on, like it was like the trees were linked onto other trees in other dimensions basically. And so that was one of the key kind of things I saw, like going, like traveling through these different dimensions and feeling how and it was like when I went into the different dimensions, it was like I knew how everything worked within the dimension. Like now I can only like say it, like articulate it, but at that time,
were you
like,
feeling it? Were you in the middle of it?
Yeah, like how every single thing worked within like that, like each an individual dimension. Then I came out of there, then I saw this, and then I saw this god called Ampu Anubis, you know, the dog-headed god.
Yeah.
And then it was like he was teaching me about the law of vibration, like everything has a vibrational frequency. Because and at that time I asked like why, because my body was vibrating a lot, and I asked like why is my body vibrating, and then it's like telling me that basically it's like everything in the universe vibrates, and it was straight, and it was like within that it was teaching me like taught me to do with like the law of vibration, and then it was showing me like how teaching me about like things to do with like ancient Egypt or Kemet, and then it showed me
Kemet, did you say?
Yeah, because that was the ancient term. And then basically, like when I was 19, this is going back again, when I was 19, like these 3 dots appeared on my head. I don't know if you can see them.
Yeah, I can see it.
Those 3 dots are Orion's belt. I don't know if you know the stars of Orion's belt.
No, I wouldn't to pick out the sky, but I know that, yeah.
So
That just appeared in your head.
Yeah, so they came when I was 19. So it was teaching, and it showed.
I can see that.
Yeah, so that's Orion's belt. So it showed me my forehead, and then said that I had something to do with the buildings of the pyramids, and how like it showed me that even my incarnation now, my name is like my initials are encoded in the pyramids. So when you look at the king's chamber, there's like these halls, it makes a Y and an F, and it's encoded in the pyramids.
Yeah.
And it showed me like the pyramids and how like one of my incarnations had something to do with the, sounds crazy, but to do with the pyramids. And and it was just teaching me about the law of vibration, things to do with like what like things to do with why I'm here at this particular time. Yeah, things, and then it went in. Then where was I? Yeah, so it was just it's teaching me, and then
the trees being dimension.
With like, and then I was shown like, and then within it was like I was shown like what is my purpose, and then within my purpose it showed me a sewing machine, like to do with like just like going from the pyramids into sewing, and then like and it showed me the sewing machine, and it was like bound in trees. And then next minute, those trees went on me, and then it was like I had to break out the trees. Basically, it was like almost like, you know, the Hulk like breaking out of the thing, because it was like there was something to do with fear. I had a fear of this sewing machine, and then that was part of this purpose that I had to sew. Yeah, and then
did you learn that in fashion school, how to sew as well?
My mum taught me how to sew from when I was young.
Easy.
Yeah, so my mum.
You never told us that.
I should have said that. My mum was a seamstress, and so she taught me how to sew when I was young. That's what I was.
Okay, when you say young, how young?
From when I was like 5 or 6 or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So the fact that you was good in, that must have been a very must have been, what's the word? A skill that was very useful when you went to fashion school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because no one would have had that basis of knowing how to sew from so young. They might have had to learn in fashion school stuff.
Yeah.
And also when it came to making the abbreviations on the chippy and stuff, and then when it comes to making
So that's why I was making those things, like because it was before fashion school. I was making the alterations because I had a sewing machine in my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why your mum was just a seamstress? And and she just wanted to teach you.
Yeah, she
teach all of you.
Yeah, like me, all of us can sew. Me and my sisters. Yeah.
Where'd you come in there? You middle?
No, because I've got I had 2 siblings who are older, but they grew up in Ghana, and then I've got like another older sister. I'm at 4th place basically.
Okay.
4 out of 5. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And
nice.
So that was Then after that, so it was after that experience, then it was like, all right, I'm gonna start sewing, because it's like said, but that's part of this purpose basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you broke out, you done everything. How did you, let's just say, because I won't say came to reality, because it was all part of reality.
Yeah.
And what was it when you came back to the out? You know what I'm saying? When you was back in the room, like.
So this is this is the other aspect of it. So basically, I through the ayahuasca journey, I would each time come out of the journey, and then I'll find myself next to that lady. Yeah. Like next to her. And I would move away, like, what the? Because she's gonna think I'm a nutter. Yeah. And then it's like.
Okay, so you bring on a journey. Yeah. And then prior to the journey, when she was saying whatever, there was a distance between you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then when you come out the journey, you was right next to her.
Then I'm right next to her, but then it's like I'd move away. Then you close your eyes, and then I'll go straight back into another part of the journey again. But I woke up maybe about 4 or 5 times, I'd say. But each time I'd wake up and I'd be next to her sleeping bed, and then I'd be like, move away. And then after I was the last person, within who came out of this room, there was loads of us basically. And then I was the last one who left, finished the journey. And then when I came out, my friend was there, Marie, and I was like, I started telling her that I'd seen this lady, her name's Kathy, in a dream before, and next minute and my sleeping bed kept on being next to her and stuff like that. I didn't even tell her even about the journey I'd had, but then all she said to me is, you need to speak to her like that. Little did I know at that time, Kathy had told her that pretty much the same thing, that she was having a journey, and each time she would wake up next to me, and she just felt this weird closeness to me, and then she would move away, and she was like, I didn't know what it was, but this weird closeness, that she wanted to care for me and this and that sort of stuff. But the following day, I told her about it, seeing her in a dream, and then speaking to her.
The gold going to the
yeah. And then the funny thing is, because of, like I said, talk about Seinfeld previously, she's actually Jewish, and she was from Florida, just the same as Seinfeld thing. It was like that, correlation basically. Yeah. But she was there, Kathy. She was there for another journey. Then I left because I went to travel to Colombia. Went to Colombia for a little while, And then so I left, but just obviously took her number and stuff. And then later on, like we got in contact with each other. And then she told me basically on her next journey, she had asked ayahuasca like what like our relationship is.
She asked.
Yeah, she asked like, cause it's like when you go into it's like you're conscious, even though you're thinking, but you are conscious and you can ask the plant questions basically. So that's what I was saying. Like I asked about why my body's vibrating, what's my purpose, things like that.
So would you say, have you ever had mushrooms?
Yeah.
How does it compare to mushrooms?
I
I think because they say mushrooms opens up your mind as well, like you can talk with that.
Yeah, you can do it. It's similar in a certain way, but because of the way certain things to do with, like we haven't really gone to it, but certain things to do with my body now, mushrooms has a slightly different effect. Like it's just like for me basically. So yeah,
so you're saying someone else could get the same effect that they get from ayahuasca from mushrooms in the right dosage. This is speculative, obviously.
Yeah.
Or it's it's two different things.
I'd say it's two different things. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the people purging?
What, on mushrooms?
Yeah.
Some people do. Yeah, some people do throw up or feel like it upsets their stomach and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, so as I was saying, like with that, when I contacted like Kathy again, basically she asked ayahuasca like what the nature of our relationship was, like what it was, and then she was told that we basically knew each other in a past life, and we died at the same time in an ancient war. And as soon as she said that, I knew what war it was, and it was an ancient war on Mars. Sounds crazy, but.
That's very crazy.
Yeah, but I knew.
But you was on a journey, so.
Yeah, but I knew exactly what she was talking about. Like she said.
So like John Carter. Is it John Carter? It's just a film called John Carter where he goes to the war on Mars. Like, just because he's saying film, I think it's John Carter.
So basically, so she was that's what she was told, that like we were friends, like we met each other in a war that neither of us wanted to be in. And then we're in this ancient war and we passed at exactly the same time, and that was and that was the nature of our relationship. And so then that opened up things to do with like obviously like past lives and things like that. Like, and through that I've had various experiences to do with like past lives. And again in my journey it showed about it was like expressed certain things to do with past lives, saying that I had something to do with like the pyramids. That was something of the past basically.
So look, you broke free. You're breaking free of the trees or the threads, and that's when you got back into the fashion. So how did that translate when you came back? What was the first thing you done pertaining to fashion, like pertaining to creation? What was the what kind of things did you start creating?
So
or did you go and tell me what happened?
Typically I would the stuff I create is to do with certain things to do with like the journey I'm on. Yeah, so
did you start what's your process? You draw stuff first
I don't draw.
You just make it.
Yeah.
So what's your process? Did you just start making stuff straight away when you was in Colombia, or did you go back to England?
When I got home, and then it was like buying a sewing machine, getting materials and stuff like that, and just start creating. And then and it's just always, I never draw. I'm not a person who draws like the things that I'm gonna do. I get fabric and things will have like the concepts will come basically. And usually, and then within the stuff I create, certain things with reality start like it sounds again it might sound big, but I know that when I do certain things, the alignment and it actually, there's certain things what start opening up in terms of the reality that I have, which like.
Can I talk about the stuff you're wearing?
Yeah. So
No, as in the stuff you're wearing, like your beads and your. Yeah, so can you talk me through that?
Okay, this is...
I know about the crystals, you said the crystals, you about the crystals.
So this is a mantra, it's a Tibetan mantra, Om Mani Padme Om, and it's like hail the jewel in the lotus. And
so can I say that please? This is what but then that's take off. But you say the mantra is a mantra singularly on each ball, Or is a mantra the ball, the each ball makes up the mantra?
It's
singularly on each ball, same mantras on each ball, yeah?
It makes up the mantra.
It makes all the balls together make up the mantra.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like, I can't read Tibetan writing to be
Of course, but then when you chant,
Yeah.
I'll put that content to that.
Yeah.
That's something with great peace, you know.
Yeah. So
Like that
Yeah.
gave me. I had some beads from a Tibetan monk was given to me when I was he was visiting a temple when I was living in Chicago.
Yeah.
But it gives me great peace when I count the number 108 is like the number of significance.
Yeah.
When it comes to that, but it gives me great peace when I count.
Well,
I don't know the chance, but like I said, it just gives me great peace.
Well, the 108 is the 9, and today is like a significant of a 9-day as well.
Seriously?
Yeah, because it's like it's the third of the 6th, basically. Like, you know, it's the June.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the 6th month, and it's the 3rd, so that's
Okay,
a 9,
wow.
and then we're in 2025, which is a 9, so it's like double 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know that, man?
And
Look at that.
obviously, and you vibrate with the number 9. Don't you have 9 children?
Yes, I do.
And
yes.
And
What's going on out here, bro?
the opposite of your name, like if you reverse your name, when you reverse your name, what is that?
Ayo.
Oya.
Oya.
She's a Yoruba goddess of the storms.
Oya, yeah.
And she's equated to the number 9. She has 9 children and 9 realms.
You better stay focused. What are you doing? I want the camera though. You take some different angles. Like he's hit me with stuff. Like he's been getting my reaction on that mofo. What?
Yeah, she's like she's like in control. It's like 9 realms of existence, if I'm getting it right. Yeah, that's Oya, the goddess of the storm, and she's like storm and transformation, because obviously 9 is like it's like a completion number, but it's different from the 7, which is a completion number. But the 9 is a completion number in terms of you complete something and then you elevate, basically. So when you do even things to do, you'll find like things like in magic, a lot of 9s, like, you know what I mean? Like we had 9, like when we had 9/11, that's something which is like a completion and then an elevation, basically. When the 7 tower, like there's like the towers went down, but there was that tower 7, and that correlates almost to like your 7 chakras. It's all like, you could say it was aligned to certain prophecies, basically, to do with like the changing of the time that we're in.
I'm thinking stuff. So what was the first thing you created?
But at the time, I can't even remember. I was making a few things, the things have moved on, but I was making a lot of things at the time with African fabric at the time. I'm going to go back to it because I've been thinking of making a few things back again with, you could say, cloth from Africa and things like that. But then recently, for the last couple of years, a lot of the things I make have been having reflective writing. So I do a lot of things with reflective writing, basically. And there's a certain type of light magic in that, because it's reflecting light. Yeah.
So what the 7 chakras?
Sorry?
It's what the 7 chakras.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the 7 chakras.
Okay. So.
Because I'm just trying. I'm soaking stuff up now. He's saying like.
So because there's a part of that thing where, as I was saying earlier, with my body, was like I was going through certain vibrations. My body was like vibrating. I was smelling certain smells, and I think that it was like I would just be like smelling burning at the time. I was smelling burning, my body's vibrating, and the vibrations are getting more and more, especially like if I'm lying down. It's just, and then through a certain process, again, it will sound weird, but basically I started getting visited by certain spirits. And then I was getting what you'd call like spiritual operations. So I was getting these operations primarily, like it's like energies would come, and it's literally like again, because it's maybe not in a lot of people's reality, but it would be like a team, and I feel like almost like etheric machinery around me doing certain things to my brain and to my spiritual eye, and yeah, just doing certain things to like parts of my brain, like I was getting lots of
Opening
things,
stuff up.
but it'd be more like certain things are opening up and certain things are getting bound together. So it's like you have a part of your brain called the corpus callosum in the middle, and I was getting lots of, it would feel like these invisible lasers sealing that part and binding like the corpus callosum together and getting things to like, yeah, just all over my brain, like every single night, every single night, and the vibrations are getting more and more. And then yeah, again, it would be like, weird, but it would be like, and then one of the mates, this was happening over a long time, and I was having other experiences within that, like I would be getting, like, there's a god called Horus, Heru. One particular day, I felt he came to, and he overlooked operation. This that sounds like crazy, but he overlooked an operation. It was like a 15-foot being, and I felt his spirit, and I could see him through my spiritual eye. And I felt him like sit down. I was lying down on my settee, and it was like late at night. Felt him sit down, and then overlooked an operation, like a major operation. Because, and then I saw my spiritual body, like next to him, opposite him, and then he's like took these balls out of his, like it's like I'm sitting down but I can watch it. I'm like watching myself. And this day
This is before the ayahuasca or
after ayahuasca, these are when these other experiences started happening. This deity, he's on the temple walls in Egypt, Heru, like he's a falcon-headed god basically. He's like got a falcon face, and he's got these balls, and he starts juggling these balls, and then he passes them to me, and then I juggled them like my spiritual body, and then put them in myself, and then I felt this energy like, and then from that day, I could start feeling people's chakras and start manipulating people's chakras, and yeah, and that was the thing. And then it's like when I have certain experiences, it will show outside. Like, so I was living in this place, like I was living where I was living. About 2 weeks later, after he came, there was a big crane got erected, and I could show you, and it's got a falcon on it. Like, yeah, I'll show you on my phone. It's like 2 weeks. As soon, like I was telling, like, thing, like tell my missus, like this is what happened, and then next minute, like this falcon crane come. The people, there was like a building site. All the people on the building site who were working there, at the back of their tops, they've got arche on the back of their tops. I don't know if you know the term arche.
Arche?
Yeah.
No,
Arche is a word of, do you know the word arche? Arche is a word of power. So at the end of blessings and things like that, you'll say arche. All of the people on that.
Arche?
Yeah.
So,
So all the people, I'll show you. So,
show me pictures of
so
people's clothes?
yeah. So I'll show you, and it's like, and even the crane, it's like, so because it's like when the things happen,
It's like you take a picture.
because all the experiences. So that would be the crane what came with a falcon, and so he came after the thing, and then the people have like that. And again, when we're talking about the number 9, they all had number 9s because something's been completed. And that number is a prominent number as well, 126.
Yeah.
About 9 minutes.
9 minutes.
He said, but what time is it now? He said, okay, yeah. 16:11. You've given me a lot to think about.
Yeah.
I don't know how to...
But yeah, but as I said, after that, I was able to, it's like, so people come to me for certain meditations and stuff like that. And then I'm able to go into I can go into their chakras, balance their chakras. But it's not just like, because it's not just your chakras that get balanced because of your it's like your chakras are, you could say, they have, like, say if I manipulate something to do with your chakras, it's gonna have other effects. It's going, for some people, and different people have different effects, but it will have an effect on your nervous system. It's gonna have certain things to do. It will do certain things to your brain as well. So
So when you work on me, when you do chakra work now?
Yeah, sometimes.
So how do you do it? What's your process of doing chakra work?
It could be a group or it can be one person, but they come to me and I could go through, like, it's almost like go through a guided meditation. I do that for them so that It's like say,
without any stimulus. With stimulus.
what do you mean?
You know, like you have the ayahuasca.
Yeah, I could do it. I could, yeah.
Like breathing techniques and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's different. I say it's different from that. No, you don't need nothing. It's just like I can manipulate people's chakras. It's just like it could just do certain things to their chakras, but it will have an effect on their entire nervous system. And so some people over a period of time will start developing certain things. It's like some people it can get rid of, it can heal them in certain ways. Like some people have had like you could say other effects in terms of being able to start they've been able to develop mediumship skills from it. So they've come to me and then maybe in a month or even a few months, a year, and then next minute they can start channeling, being able to speak to spirits and stuff like that.
What advice would you give? I want to know what's in the case.
So,
You've got some stuff in the case.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What advice would you give? Because is this your fashion stuff in the case?
Yeah.
Right, cool. Before we can open up and get out, we've got a certain amount of time, as the wizards told me. That's what we were showing before.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to somebody who's a novice at home trying to find out about themselves and their chakras? What would be the primary advice to give to them? The base. Where should they start? Someone who's aware of chakras and stuff. Because it might be blocked and whatever.
If you wanted to find out about it, it's just about reading like anything. It's just like you can read any books like 101, like you know what I mean, like something like that, yeah. But all of these things, to do with like your etheric body basically, and then you can find out about that. Like so many people do different podcasts and stuff like that. Yeah. But there's just different levels. You could say there's different levels to it as well. Yeah.
I'm interested. I want to show
you
got in the case.
So there's different things like I brought some of the brightest stuff today.
Cool.
Okay. Let me see. This is for one of the latest things on it. Let me find that one.
Can we buy this stuff?
So these are samples. But, okay, so you asked me about the this. So within that, it's like it's got.
I haven't got around all the jewelry in your hand. I'll stop to that.
It's got like it's got the mantra. It's got mantras within the. That's like mantras within it, and it's just like invoking the power of the Buddha. And then and if you're like in a club or something like that, this is going to be super bright. It's like I don't know because obviously I work and then it's just like I just do little bits here and there basically. So it might take about a week or 2 weeks or something like that.
That's nice. Man.
Yeah. So that.
It's a nice piece. How much would that say? How much does that go for?
So that.
Can I say it on?
So that might be about between about 300 quid or something like that. They're samples, as I said. So at the bottom, it's like got a thing that says, "My words create my world, and my world is bright. So as I speak, let there be light." And so that's as I said, that's just a little sample.
It's actually hard, you know. What are you saying, Richard? What is it saying? My words create the light.
My words create my world. So and my world is bright. So as I speak, let there be light.
My words create my world, and my world is bright. So as I speak, let there be light.
Yeah.
This is hard. I think this is really nice. Yeah, it's not. There is a button here. It's just open.
No, that's a sample. That's what I'm saying. So yeah.
Nice, man.
So
it fits me perfectly. And you see, maybe there's something in that. It fits. You know what I'm saying? This is a nice top, man.
And this is another bright one that I made recently, and this came with. I could say, you could try this one on if you want. So this is a.
Fashion show, man.
So this is a.
No, I like that first one, man.
A little combination. Sorry.
I really like that first one.
So this is a little.
So you making this stuff for me, now? Are you taking it on your side? Or?
Yeah, sort of, yeah. So this is a little combination.
What's that?
Yeah. So that's the Alpha and
Is it
Omega.
Alpha and Omega?
Yeah, so-
Look at that, I said it right.
Yeah. So
Shame, though.
that's an Alpha and Omega, and then obviously that evokes the power of the number 9, and then this throughout this is a spell.
It's a spell.
Yeah. So that's a spell from a book called Attack Magic.
Attack magic.
Yeah.
What is this? What is it invoking? In
It's you could say a protection spell.
protection. This is
Yeah.
nice, man.
And from a
This
yeah.
is really nice. I like this.
And that's a combination of tapestries basically, but it's to do with like there's a story to do with like this. He's a magician, and then he's like tapping into the power of the triple goddess. Like there's a triple goddess, so there's a goddess there, there's a goddess there, and a goddess there, and then he's also tuning into the mind of God, like the God mind at the top. And then you've got another goddess, because you have like the green Tara or the green goddess, and she's called the black one, and that's to do with creation and melanin. And yeah, so you'd get the goddess there and shit. That's half of her face over there as well. You can't really see it, but
What are you doing with these? What are you
So-
doing with these? What are you? This is nice, man.
like, that's.
But
But-
it feels nice. It feels nice. It looks nice.
but
But got a mirror over here we can see.
But throughout it, there's a spell throughout the jacket, basically from the inside. All of these things are just a spell, basically, and they're to do with like invoking the powers of your senses.
So this stuff came to you when you after ayahuasca stuff. Well, this is now part. This is post that, but
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
what's going on now?
Yeah,
Well, I like both of these jackets so far, man.
yeah,
Very nice.
Like they're all-
Wait, you said the samples.
yeah. So they're gonna be. I'm gonna be doing like a, yeah. So like you could say a store, basically Etsy store. So this one, yeah. Again, this is to do with the goddess or set, and then
That's the same size as well.
yeah.
I don't mind being in fashion.
No, this
right now.
this one's the winter one, so it's like nice.
It's got fur on it,
Yeah,
inside.
yeah. And
I
then
like
that's
that. I really like the Alpha and Omega. I like both of them. I like the Alpha and Omega one.
and
So far.
this one's like a combination. It's like I put together a number of like tapestries to make a face. Yeah, so it's very warm.
Yeah, it's none of them make me feel like it's too small for me. They're not something that goes up on the arms. But I'm wearing shorts, and all these jackets are coming out hard to me. I don't care, like. And they're these are one-aways, right?
Yeah,
That's what I like one-aways, man. I really bought no
Sorry.
clothes in a long time, but I was like, something that no one else is wearing. No one's there. You getting this, man?
but like you can see, this is like it's not one print. It's like different prints, like, and then they just form like a picture basically.
This is and where are you showcasing this stuff?
At the moment, nowhere, but they will be
Oh, at the
coming.
moment, here.
Yeah,
On
here.
my tools, right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
This jacket is nice, man. You can't keep things like this away from people. What's there?
This one was like has a basically I heard this poem, and then I decided to put the poem on onto the jacket basically, and so the poem's called "The Pawn" by let me find her name.
That's right, as well?
It's Fiona Apple.
Fiona Apple.
Yeah, have you heard of her?
Born by Fiona Apple.
Yeah.
No, I've never heard the poem.
So-
I've heard it, but
When a pawn hits the conflicts, he thinks like a king. When he knows what he knows, throws the blows. When he goes to the fight, and he'll win the whole thing. For he enters the ring. There's no body to batter when your mind is your might. So when you go solo, you hold your own hand and remember that depth is the greatest of heights. And if you know where you stand, you know where to land. And if you fall, it won't matter because you'll know that you're right. And so
that it?
yeah.
we're gonna bust that again. We might end on that, man. You see this top? You know, seeing the quality of
That's
shoes.
something
Well, just the quality. You see the quality of the clothes. The quality in these pieces here. Every single one of them, I could rock any single one of these. Seriously, yeah, I could say, like, the way I roll as well. But obviously, I don't just be like I'm going out. I'll be going out if I put on one of these tops.
And then
Come on.
this one. So, but this is like a.
This is inspired by a poem called The Pawn.
So this
by
one is Fiona Apple.
Fiona Apple,
Yeah.
1999.
So this one, obviously, this is a jumpsuit.
I won't try that one.
Yeah, you got to do
No,
it.
I'm trying. I won't be trying to jump
Yeah,
you guys.
but basically this jumpsuit with Shiva at the back,
Nice.
and it's touching the hands of the goddess, basically. So you
Let's
can
get this.
see,
You got all that, man.
yeah.
Let's get all of that.
So,
So it is all very, very spiritual stuff. To
yeah,
be
yeah,
created.
yeah. So yeah, this is Shiva. Shiva doing a it's basically Shiva Nanda, but doing a cosmic dance, and the cosmic dance is like as if you have like yeah, it's like the destroyer. So we're in the number 9 today, which is like about completion.
Yeah.
This cosmic dance is like to do with when you destroy something to create something new, and then that's what this cosmic dance is symbolizing. So I don't know if you've ever seen CERN, the building CERN. CERN, basically, that's where they smash particles and stuff like that. They have the statue of Shiva outside of CERN, basically. Okay, but
CERN, what is
yeah.
CERN? They smash particles.
CERN is they call it the collider. It's like this big machine, but they smash particles because they want to find out like the nature of
The
like
atoms.
yeah and stuff. They want to find the nature of existence and things like that. But basically, in these mythologies, this is the stuff that they talk about, because this technology that they use is ancient technology as well. But this is like the depiction of Shiva, basically. Yeah. And
I like this. This is a my style.
Yeah.
I like the design of it.
But,
This is my
yeah.
style. I'm trying to
The thing with the jumpsuit is it's weird because of it might just look thingy, but when you put it on, it comes like it's like a fitted. It really looks fitted.
Yeah.
And then I'll show you the last one is
I like all them jackets though.
last one. I'll show you. It's a pretty mess. But
That's what
basically,
the trousers wearing.
it's part of the same design, but not the same. But basically, because I have certain synchronicities to do with like crop circles and stuff like that. But that's another story altogether. But this is a crop circle, and actually it invokes the power of the 9 because it's like 9 orbs as well. Today's been a 9 day. So yeah. So and this is like obviously there's what's it? It's got the different sayings by Frida Kahlo, I think, on this one.
Frida Kahlo.
Do you know Frida Kahlo?
No.
She was a painter, and she's like again another story altogether. But she's like a spiritual guide. Yeah. So she comes to me, gives me certain bits of guidance, basically.
No.
But yeah.
Not personally.
No, she's dead.
Oh wow.
So she's a spirit.
Okay.
I'd say she's a spirit who comes to me, and yeah. So I like put her on some of my clothes, and so she's on the trousers here, and then she's on this jacket as well, and yeah.
Nice.
And so it's got.
I like all the designs you made. What's his lady's name again?
Frida Kahlo.
Frida Kahlo.
Yeah. So this is like denim and silk, basically. So all these bits are all silk, basically. Yeah. And it's just got.
The designs are beautiful.
Yeah. And so.
Yeah, I'm not even just saying that. God, you can elaborate more. I like some of them jackets. Like, don't be surprised if you guys see me with one of them jackets out. But by the time winter comes, might be that winter one. But don't be surprised if you see me with something out.
So
you saw it first.
On one of her sayings is this, like this is on the like the sleeve to the back and to the sleeve, is the most beautiful art in life is to transform pain into a healing talisman. A butterfly is reborn in a festival of colours. And so that's why the butterfly is reborn here in a and then so that's the saying there, and then she's like there's like different sayings on the thing, like what's
Let's
it?
get up here, man. Let me get up here properly, because we're not getting it. We're not seeing it. When you go around, you know your piece. I'm just getting to see the beauty of this piece.
Yeah.
You can wrap up on the piece.
It's like passion is the bridge.
Is it something I can put on as well?
Yeah, of course.
Let me put it on properly so you can see the beauty of the piece, man. Because the way you did it there, I don't think that's not. Like, we're trying to show it, but I want them to see this. Because I can see. It's feels nice as well, but it's a long one though.
Yeah, this is
it's like a shotgun jacket. Would you put it at the thing? Sorry guys, I digressed. This is nice, man. This is unisex, right?
Yeah, but some of them you just need to like see them when, like, if a light shines on it, like if you're outside or something, and that if you're in a rave or something like that, like what's this? Because you'll see the reflective like nature of the jacket, basically, and it's like.
You can see this is hard. This does it more justice to you showing it around. Where does it go? Where's the writing start and where's it end? You are
a combination of numbers in life. And so it's like, yeah, so and it's just got different sayings like always a revolutionary, yeah, never useless. And then it's like revolutionary is like back, like love is back to front and stuff like that in the red, basically.
You need to get
So
some
it
into
must
this
be
stuff.
like-
You need to get stuff out of it. Like, I would definitely be a client. To make me sound like I'm going to go collect some awards for something. Man. Serious. Getting that. Be saying that. This is nice, man. I'm gonna finish on some quick fire questions. For
Yeah.
I've got some quick fire questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, my phone. You got my phone? I got my phone, man. Thank you. Yeah. You got my phone?
2 minutes left on the
All right. Let me quick fire some questions then. Why my phone wet, man? Why your hands are sweaty? Really, man? You put in water? Oh my God! I thought your hands were sweaty. My goodness, what is the matter with the wizard today? He's gonna break it. Bro, my phone, man, real funny, babe. Something funny. Well, man, look at your face as well. What up, mate? I'm gonna see how many questions we can get in before I get rushed off the camera. Okay, yeah, it's been a pleasure, you know.
Yeah, cool, man.
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. All right. Okay. The best advice you've ever been given.
How did he say it? What's it? I wear my clothes don't wear me.
Nice. Worst
That
advice you've
means
ever
it.
been given.
Sorry?
Worst advice you've ever been given.
Best advice? I don't know. I can't. I'd forget it. Yeah. Yeah, if it's bad, I'd forget it.
If you
So, I
died
don't-
now, would you be content?
Yeah, because I've seen so many past lives. It's like, yeah.
What's your favourite quote?
My favorite quote. Man, I've got so many of them. Let me take one off here. This one. Aya Asha Aya Asha Aya Asha Aya.
Meaning?
I am, but I am.
I am. Nice. If you had one wish, what would it be and why?
If I had one wish,
Yeah, what would it be and why?
if I could fly.
If you were a colour, what colour and why?
Black. Black as the night, because that's the color of existence.
And final question, what is your definition of greatness?
I am, but I am. That's like, yeah, just like being the I am, being like, yeah, the definition of existence itself. Like, yeah, just, that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
I've had a very interesting conversation with you, and I'm sure we're going to have a lot more to talk about because of what you told me, like just private and stuff. I'm going to ask you a question about all. I really want to know about that frog thing as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You see one thing? Yeah, it's been very educational for me,
Yeah.
very humbling, and very spiritual as well.
Yeah,
I
cool.
appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you too, man. Thank you for having me. Yeah, bless. Yeah.
Live talks with me, Ayo Fawole. Yao.
Yeah.
I'm a spiritual being. I am Fuzzy Bear, aka the Wizard, aka Magic, aka Waka Waka Waka.